Good evening all, I'm Aditi Lamba with the Thursday night edition of South Asian News. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of Our Community. We are coming to you from our studio in New York City. Here's what's happening tonight in the coronavirus pandemic. The global coronavirus cases have surpassed 17 million, including more than 669,000 deaths. Nearly a quarter of those deaths have been recorded in the United States, where we are looking at 4.5 million COVID-19 cases and more than 155,000 deaths. Quite a sobering number. Medical experts are warning that the country will see death skyrocket well into multiple hundreds of thousands if it doesn't control pandemic. States Florida, Texas, and California continue to present surging cases, with governors and health officials nationwide promoting a universal mask wearing, social distancing, and typical hand hygiene to prevent the spread of this virus. The World Health Organization has said that we all must learn to live with this virus and take the steps necessary to protect ourselves and others. The WHO stated that younger people are also at risk of severe disease from COVID-19. So if you are in states surging with cases, please take care of yourself and follow the guidelines of the CDC and your state to protect yourself. Looking at the economic ramifications now, the U.S. economy has suffered its biggest blow since the Great Depression in this second quarter as the COVID-19 pandemic shattered consumer and business spending, and a recovery now is under threat from resurgence in new cases of coronavirus. That is more than 5 years of growth wiped out. So eyes are on the new coronavirus relief bill being debated about at the Capitol Hill. While this is happening, debates continue over reopening of the schools for in-person, with schools in certain states starting their fall semester very soon. If you are a South Asian educator or a parent, reach us on events@itvgold.com with your comments on schools reopening and the safety of children. Also, reaching out to all medical healthcare professionals, share your story with us on ITV Gold. With that, let's begin tonight's episode on COVID-19 updates and measures and a glimpse into art house cinema. Here are the headlines. Akshaya Patra Virtual Gala 2020 raises $950,000, Technology for Change, Texas. New York Indian Film Festival 2020 virtual edition featuring director Geetha on Malayalam movie run Kalyani, India. Gayatri Chetna Center celebrates Shravan month and prayers, Piscataway, New Jersey. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia, Thursday night episode of South Asian News. Let's take a look at the Akshaya Patra Foundation, the largest NGO-run school meal program feeding more than 1.8 million children across India. With a mission to feed 5 million children each day by 2025, Akshaya Patra believes that no child shall be deprived of education because of hunger. The Akshaya Patra Foundation during this COVID-19 pandemic has continued its work along with its partners, donors and volunteers to provide aid and food relief to the most vulnerable communities in India. With that, recently to empower more voices, the Akshaya Patra Texas chapter hosted a virtual gala, Technology for Change, raising $950,000 for underserved children. Philanthropic leaders, government officials, personalities, and nonprofits joined this virtual gala from all across the globe. The gala featured a conversation with Narayan Murthy on how technology is a force for social good. The virtual event also featured popular Carnatic musician Bombay Jayashree. Here are the highlights.
Namaskar. Welcome to yet another Akshaya Patra presentation, the 2020 online gala, hosted by our amazing and extremely successful Texas chapters from Austin, Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. I welcome every one of you and hope that this evening is going to be as spectacular, as thought-provoking, and informative about Akshaya Patra as we have always strived to bring to you. In Ayurveda, there is a saying, we get hungry every day and we eat to fulfill that hunger, and that is Prakriti. And occasionally, we overeat. We eat when we are not hungry, we eat things that are not right for us, or in the wrong time or the wrong amount. That is Vikruti. And then, knowing that after we eat, along with us, there is somebody else who is also hungry, we keep a little bit aside for them. That is Sanskriti. And that is what Akshaya Patra's mission is, to provide unlimited food for education.
Namami dhanvantarim adidevam surasurair vanditapadapatmam lokair jararuk भयमृत्युनाशम् दातारमीशं विविधौषधीनां तं व्योमवातावनिवारिवह्नि पञ्च प्रपञ्चात्मकदेहभाजम् सन्ताप सम्पात जराज्वरान्तकम् नमामि धन्वन्तरिम् नवीननीलमुदकान्तिकान्तं शान्तं हरैर्द्वादशमाख्यमूर्तिं पूर्तिं शतानां सुमनोरथानां नमामि धन्वन्तरिम् नमामि धन्वन्तरिम् आदिदेवम् नमामि धन्वन्तरिम् आदिदेवम्
My name is Kalpana Murthy, and I serve as Chapter Chair for Akshaya Patra Dallas Fort Worth, along with Ramji.
Hi, this is Ramji from Dallas Fort Worth.
Hello, I'm Ramesh Varma. I serve as the Chapter Chair for the Austin Chapter.
Hi, I'm Rupa Gear, and I serve as Chapter Chair in Houston.
As a father of a son and a daughter, I wish for all our children in India to be energetic and just study hard.
To have big dreams to fulfill, share their knowledge and wisdom when they grow up.
I want them to become doctors, lawyers, and engineers.
Actually, I just want them to think outside the box.
Dream big and chase those big dreams.
I have the dream of raising and fulfilling hopes for millions of children.
With unlimited food for education.
My family and I have been supporters of Akshaya Patra for over 10 years, and I strongly believe that solid education paves the way for a brighter future for these children. I sincerely hope you join me today wholeheartedly in supporting these efforts in making these children's dreams come true. Thank you and namaste.
Please donate generously. We need your support. It makes a big difference. So again, thanks to one and all, and especially to all my friends in Dallas, Fort Worth.
A couple of years ago, Ramesh and I were watching a documentary on Akshaya Patra on National Geographic TV. We were instantly inspired by the mission of Akshaya Patra.
Our goal for the Austin chapter is to bring the community together to promote awareness and to raise funds to help support this cause.
The name is Akshaya Patra.
I am Akshaya Patra.
I am Akshay Patra.
I am Akshaya Patra.
I am Akshaya Patra.
In New Jersey, the Gayatri Chetna Center functions as a cultural, moral, and spiritual center for followers of Hinduism. Based on the idea of simple living and high thinking, the center is focused on fostering positive thoughts, promoting tolerance and equality, while also presenting key events and processions of the religion. On that, recently, the Gayatri Chetna Center held prayers for the commencement of the month of Shravan, an important month of fasting and prayers dedicated to Hindu deity Shiva, and is the 5th month of the Hindu calendar. Celebrating the month and also opening the doors of the temple to the public, here are some key members on Gayatri Chetna Center and its ongoing programs and religious events.
Welcome to ITV's viewer to Gayatri Chetna Center. We have a replica of Mahakal from Ujjain. Every year, as usual, this Shravan Mas started last Tuesday. This is the first Monday. There will be Shortsopchar Pujan of Sri Mahakal. Every year we have almost 500 Parijans come here and do the puja. This year, due to COVID, there will be only few people will be allowed to have a pujan in person, but hundreds and thousands of will watch the pujans at online. So Gayatri Chetna Center celebrates almost every festival of our Hindu tradition, and lot of people in this area are looking forward to this special Shravan Mas Pujan, because we have Mahakal himself sitting here, and as you know, Mahadev is the easiest to please, and everybody, especially Hindu tradition, Mahadev's place is at the height. So today we starting first Monday of the Shravan, and there will be a Shorsa Pujan here. I would like ITV viewer to come watch online or even come in person and have darshan whenever you get a chance. Thank you very much. Have a happy Shravan Mas to all the viewer of ITV. Thank you.
हम यहाँ गायत्री चेतना सेंटर पिस्काटवे न्यू जर्सी दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सेंटर में से हम बोल रहे हैं। आज बहुत ही पावन पवित्र पर्व है। ऐसे भी श्रावण मास 12 मास में बहुत ही पवित्र माना गया है, क्योंकि इसमें शिव का पूजन अर्चन होता है और शिव को महादेव की उपाधि दी है। तो आज हमने यहाँ व्यवस्थापकों में धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आज सभी व्यवस्था की है। आज ऑनलाइन की व्यवस्था है, तो आप घर बैठे भी पूजन कर सकते हैं। एक कोविड आ गया हमारे लिए, पर एक बहुत ही सही मायने में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक की व्यवस्था बन गई है। तो आप सही मायने में घर पे भी पूरा पूजन कराएंगे। पूरा पुरुष सूक्त से पूजन होता है, पूरा विस्तार से पूजन होता है, तो आप घर पे भी कर सकते हैं। महाकाल का सबको आशीर्वाद मिले, यही शुभकामना व्यक्त करता हूँ। जय गुरुदेव, जय महाकाल।
Hello, my name is Uma Shankar Pandey. I am a volunteer here, and today we will be performing Shiv Abhishek. As you know that this is the Shravan Mas, and in Shravan Mas doing Shiv Abhishek is very, very important and is very, very useful. And these days, as we all know, that we are in a very special circumstances, and these circumstances are all, we all know, we are all affected by COVID-19, and doing Mahashek Abhishek at this time in life is very, very crucial, because what we do is we pray to the God, we pray to Mahakal that, hey Mahakal, let there be peace, let this Abhishap of COVID should go away, and let there be peace and happiness all over the place. So with this in mind, we will be doing Shiva Abhishek, and as you know that it is going to be broadcasted live on YouTube and Facebook. So very, very thankful. Jai Mahakal.
Om Tato Virada Jayata Virado Adipurushaha Sajato Atyarechya Paschaha Prativyam Payo Sadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Daha Payasvati Pradisha Om Bhagavate Shri Mahakalaya Namaha Dadisnanam Samarpayami Sindhavaha Madhvilnah Santosadihi Om Madhuraktamutosaso Madhumahitam Kapagam Rasasyayo Rasastam Vograhanami Tam Mutiyam Grahito Sindrayatva Dustam Grahanam Valastasminaha Shetah Setaksho Runaste Rudraya Pasupitaha Om Bhagavate Shri Mahakalaya Namaha Gandodak Snanam Samarpayami Om Aishre Namaha Ahubhyamutate Namaha
इसको ब्रह्मसूत्र माना गया गायत्री की जीवन मुक्ति
Gandham
हमारा जीवन हमेशा सुगंध पुष्पाणि पाशार्पण
Samarpayami Om Bhagavate Shri Mahakalaya Namaha Sarvanpuram Samarpayami.
It's time for a short break. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Vision of Asia, the South Asian news segment, and I am Lati Lamba. Now we have another segment on the popular and oldest film event in North America, the 20th Annual New York Indian Film Festival 2020 Virtual Edition, dedicated to presenting and empowering independent, alternate, art house and diaspora films from India, featuring narrative films, docu-series and shorts. By popular demand, the viewing of this festival has been extended to August 9th. This year, the New York Indian Festival continued to support regional Indian cinema with the Malayalam film Run Kalyani as the opening film of the festival. The Malayalam movie Run Kalyani tells the tale of a young cook, Kalyani, who lives with her ailing aunt, living in a monotonous life which becomes different each day as Kalyani discovers life and her purpose. We spoke with writer, director of Run Kalyani, Geetha, bringing her take on the movie, her experience and the impact of the story. Here is our conversation with Geetha. How was it, conceptualizing this amazing piece of work? And also, you're also the writer of this movie. What was your experience writing and directing it?
I have worked many years in the field of documentary, and I've come to this after 10 years after getting my script development award for my first script. And that was a film about 3 women, and I was a first-time woman filmmaker, and the film was not a very low-budget film. So I never could find the funds for it. So the last 10 years, I have been working in documentary, and I have so many people, ordinary people, and who have fantastic stories to tell of their dreams, their duties, their desires, and so on. So I wanted to create a story of these ordinary people and how life is a pattern for most of us. It almost feels like a trap that we are in the same loop again and again and again. But change does happen. Change does happen in the lives of ordinary people. And that was the idea I wanted to bring, the idea of agency that people have and how they exercise it.
Let's talk a little bit about the movie itself. Can you tell our viewers what is Run Kalyani all about, and why is this so important for us to discuss these ordinary stories of people?
Run Kalyani is about a young cook called Kalyani who goes to work in 2 houses. So you see her get up and do work in her own house, in a very humble house where she lives with her aunt, and then she takes care of her bedridden aunt. And then she goes to this flat where a man lives alone, cooks for him. That's a certain kind of cooking. And then she goes to a nearby house where a joint family lives. and that's another kind of coping. And then she goes back home. And on the way to the first house and on the way back from the second house to her own house, she meets some characters. Now, you wouldn't normally remember these characters, but this pattern of her going from her house to the first house, to the second house, and back to her house happens 4 times. So you do notice all the people that she sees in the way. And then this initially may seem like the same thing happening, but each time things develop between the characters, in the characters of the whole houses, and also the relationship between all these characters. It keeps changing ever so slightly over and by the time you reach the 4th time, it kind of like builds into a crescendo, and things change. Yeah.
Which moves H6. നീ എന്താടി ഇങ്ങനെ? ഞാൻ സംസാരിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നീ കുറ്റമാണ് ഇഷ്ടം എനിക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞൂടെ? ഇത്ര ദിവസം എവിടെയായിരുന്നു?
And that is all for tonight's episode. Remember to send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.